Fresh off a successful road trip last weekend, Birmingham Legion are back home and ready to go again. This time against a dynamic group from the Proving Ground just down I-20. It's Birmingham Legion and Atlanta United 2, and it starts right now. Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama, BBVA Field, our site for tonight's Central Division showdown between Birmingham Legion FC and Atlanta United 2, presented by Pepsi. Welcome into our broadcast booth, everybody. Alongside Dustin Wellborn, I'm Blake Gardner, and Lyndon Blake is the third member of our crew. She'll join us in just a bit. But Dustin, both teams coming off performances to be proud of, both playing with plenty of confidence coming into tonight.
Well, Blake, excited to be with you again. Atlanta United 2 coming off a huge win Wednesday night against FC Tulsa, finally producing some offense. I know Coach was excited about that. And then Birmingham getting a big win last weekend against Indy 11 in stoppage time. A great 3 points for them. Both teams very much in the playoff race. This match is going to be exciting.
No doubt. Atlanta United 2 and Birmingham both trying to carry their momentum into tonight. And as we look at our impact players, let's start with the visitors from Atlanta and their playmaking winger, Aiden Mcfadden.
Aiden Mcfadden, when you talk about players with next level ability, Aiden Mcfadden better be in the conversation. The former Notre Dame midfielder was a third-round pick in the Super Draft for Atlanta United and has already racked up 5 goals this season. Having taken 19 shots and crossed the ball 59 times in the 2021 campaign, you never know how Mcfadden is going to hurt you. Look out if he gets hot.
Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion, you can make a case Johnny Dean has been the best fullback or wingback in the league this year.
Legion FC's newcomer of the year in 2020 has really become a staple of this club. He's a workhorse for Birmingham that plays from the back to the front and never misses a beat. Already having racked up 3 assists here in 2021. Dean also got in the scoring column last match with the game-winning goal in stoppage time against Indy 11, which caused him to be named the USL Team of the Week. He's also got 13 interceptions on the season, which is just a testament to how hard he works on both ends of the field.
Plenty of playmaking wings on display tonight in this contest between Atlanta and Birmingham. Well, the last time these two met, we got a fun 45 minutes before Mother Nature forced postponement. Let's hope we get an entertaining 90 minutes tonight. It's Birmingham Legion and Atlanta United 2, and it comes your way next.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
Welcome back to Birmingham, Alabama. Just about ready to go tonight between Birmingham Legion FC and Atlanta United 2. But first, let's get a look at each side's starting 11s. And Dustin, let's start with the visitors from Atlanta. Just the one change for Jack Collison tonight from the lineup that beat Tulsa on Wednesday.
Just a slightly more veteran lineup, but again, my focus here is Mackie Jobe. Having him back in the lineup just creates a ton of offense, and I look for Atlanta to try to feed him the ball early and often.
Josh Bauer, the one change in the back line, he pairs with Bradley Kimden-Feo in central defense tonight for Atlanta. Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion FC, not many changes for head coach Tom Sohn either from the lineup that beat Indy last weekend.
Just like Mike Getman always says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This lineup works, and it's worked all season. Why change it now? And having some availability there on the bench as well with Flemings and Harivo back is also exciting. This should be a great match tonight and a deep bench for Birmingham.
And Nico Brett feeling good once again. He replaces J.J. Williams as the lone striker tonight. There are officials tonight. Our referee John Matto gets his third USL Championship assignment this year. He's joined, of course, by Austin Holt, Zachary McWhorter, and Kendall McCardell as they make their way out to the central part of the park. The coaching staff's making their way to the touchlines as well. Atlanta United 2, of course, led by Jack Collison. Birmingham Legion led by Tom Sohn, who has been the only head coach in this short franchise history for Birmingham Legion FC. Looking for playoff appearance number 3 in as many years. So far, so good. Almost the midway point of 2021. There's Jack Collison, now a month and a half in on the job here at Atlanta United 2 as the head man. Former academy coach has made the jump and made the jump well this far to the touchline here in the USL Championship. Atlanta United 2 in white, Birmingham Legion in black. Of course, it's a Legion FC game day, so of course we had plenty of rain, but it looks like that has subsided. We are just about ready to go. 75 degrees in the Magic City, and we are underway between Birmingham Legion FC and Atlanta United 2.
Yeah, you mentioned the rain. I look for the ball to move a little slower to get the match started, but as we go along, hopefully that will kind of drain off the pitch a little bit.
Early chance for Legion. Kasim's cross cut out by Bauer. But you can see some of the water splashing up, especially as you get closer and closer to the touchline on this side. And Dustin, that's going to be an adjustment both teams are going to have to make as they see how this pitch is going to play after we just had torrential amounts of rain earlier this afternoon.
It changes everything, and luckily in this game especially, you got a good warm-up to kind of get a feel for how that's going to go, but you never really can adjust to something like that. It doesn't matter what the surface is like, because when there's that much water coming down that fast, it's no way it's going to drain off. So definitely will be an adjustment, and I look for it to really mess up some of these passing lanes.
Good work by Allen, but his pass cut out by Cervania. Could only get just a touch. Connor Stanley able to track it down. Now Atlanta can have a bit of possession for the first time tonight. Injury report this evening brought to you by Viva Health. And luckily for both of these two teams, neither missing a ton. Atlanta United 2 once again without the services of midfielder Efrain Morales, who remains out with an unspecified lower body injury. Meanwhile, Birmingham Legion FC without one of their biggest playmakers once again. Bruno Lapa remains out with that sports hernia injury. Daigo Kobayashi was questionable coming into the weekend. He's officially out, not in the 18. And Freddie Kleeman remains recalled with his parent club, Austin FC, in the central part of Texas.
We were talking a little bit about it before the game. It's great timing, obviously, to have Junior Flemings back, and of course, to have Zach Harivo back as well. So that adds that depth back when you lose players like that. So I still look for Birmingham to have a nice round of substitutions in the second half to keep fresh legs on the field if they need it.
Bit of a delay in tracking down a ball, but now we're good to go again. Rocco Rios Nova restarts the action. One of the best goalkeepers so far this year in the USL Championship. Bauer hooves it forward in the direction of Aiden Mcfadden. And Amadou Mackie Jobe making his third straight start. Jobe with a nice turn, planning to play McFadden into space. Unfortunately, that ball's not going to get there. And Dustin, that's the risk you run, playing passes on the ground tonight, it looks like.
It's unfortunate. It was a great look by Mackie Jobe, and McFadden had the run on it, but those passes now have to get shortened up, just like that.
Not a bad effort there. McFadden trying to free in Stanley, but the flag goes up. He was offside. And Dustin, it gives us a chance to look at our keys to the game tonight. Let's start with Atlanta United 2. What do they have to do to try to make it 2 straight three-point performances?
Well, you know, obviously, if the field weren't so wet, I wanted to talk a little bit about possession. You know, we talked to Coach Collison earlier in the week, and he really harped on how important that was tonight. And I still agree, as this field dries, it's going to be big. And then, of course, feed Mackie Jobe as Birmingham now with a chance here.
Dean into the corner, hounded by Wiley near that flag. Good work by Wiley, trying to take Dean off it, and does. Well done by the 16-year-old. And now Atlanta perhaps with a chance to break the other direction. Stanley up front to Mackie Jobe, who's in a foot race with Kavita. Mackie Jobe waiting for a bit of support, cuts it back inside. Good work tracking back defensively by Thomas Van Keziel.
Kavita did just enough there with his body not to draw the foul, but to get Jobe just a little off balance, and that forced the turnover. Great play by Kavita there just inside the 18.
But already Amadou Mackie Jobe making his presence felt. The 25-year-old from the Senegal scored on Wednesday against FC Tulsa. A big win for Atlanta United too, a much needed one at that. That's a good term. Johnny Fortune's cross cut out. First corner of the night coming here for Atlanta.
Mackie Jobe, you're talking about him. You know, he's just got a ton of power. He just moves so eloquently, but then if he gets a lane, you better watch out, because that thing's going to be steaming. He hit the post on Wednesday night at one point, and I thought the goal was going to explode. So just watch out for him. If he gets it cleanly, it's coming.
All the traffic near the top of the area as it's served into the front post. Still loose. Van Oekel trying to deal with it, as is the rest of the Birmingham back line. And in the end, they concede a second corner. Doesn't look like the Legion defenders agree with the call there from the referee, John Matto.
I think from the referee's view, it looked like Van Oekel went down to body it up and may have deflected off of him. But again, a hard view for the referee.
So a second straight corner. Not a bad service this time either. Van Oekel with a huge save to punch it across.
Wow, Mackie Jobe with an incredible header, but an even better save from Matt Van Oekel, and that's exactly why Birmingham is so glad he's back in the lineup tonight. My goodness, I can't wait to see that one again. That was beautiful stuff by both players, but just a little bit better effort by Van Oekel.
Matt Van Oekel missed the road trip to Indy. Trevor Spangenberg got the start instead. He's back in the starting 11 tonight and called upon straight away here. Great effort by Matt Van Oekel to keep that one out of his net, and he has this one covered all the way as the ball came out to Mertz and ended up missing the frame by a few yards.
It was just an incredible save by Matt Van Oekel. And there you see him, a new hairdo to go with it. Maybe that's where his superpowers are coming from, is the hairpiece there.
If you've played as well as Matt Van Oekel's played so far this year, I think you can wear your hair however you want. 40 saves so far this year for Van Oekel, 5 clean sheets. As Dean got past a man but draws the whistle behind the play, and a bit of an incredulous look there to our referee.
Kind of in agreement with Dean there. I thought it was just more of an aggressive play. I don't think he was trying to do anything malicious. Didn't really think it was a foul, but I think it was because he came from behind. So I can understand the referee's analysis there.
Gives a chance for Atlanta to build out of the back. Allen trying to pick out a pass, cut out by Crognale, all the way out to Brett. Flag stays down. Nico Brett in on goal, hit from behind as he tried to pull the trigger, and the referee says nothing.
Blake, that was really tough. So the issue there is obviously the water. You know, it slowed up Nico Brett. If there's no water, that's at least a shot on goal. We all know that. But due to that fact, he kind of got his toes tied up, and he's a great actor on top of that. I don't think there was a lot of contact. I think that was a good no call.
Birmingham with another chance developing here. Prosper Kassim on his preferred left, trying to keep it around a host of white shirts, and in the end couldn't. Robbie Mertz trying to get it out of his own corner. So far unsuccessful in that endeavor. Hounded by Ryan James, who now draws the foul. Free kick Atlanta.
Here's another look at it, Blake. Right there you see it. You'll see it's kind of, so not a lot of contact. I really just think it was the water, and I think when the ball slowed down, he then could not make the shot that he wanted to make and just tried to go ahead and sell it and draw that foul. But again, that's just a veteran play right there, and a lot of referees would award that foul because the pressure, the fans, the coaches are yelling in that moment. So kudos to head referee right there for not calling the foul inside the 18. I think honestly Nico was trying to get away with one.
No doubt a dangerous moment for Birmingham. Each side have had a pair of pretty solid chances through the first 7+ minutes tonight. Here comes Atlanta again with a chance to work. Mertz over the top. Mackie Jobe wasn't making that run. All the way back it goes to Matt Van Oekel. Alex Crognale over the top. Nico Brett trying to run it down. He's not going to get there. Bradley Kempton-Feo ushers it out of play.
get the sense that the game plan here is to try to open up Nico Brett in space, kind of have him float back just a little bit to draw those defenders up, and then bait them into a long pass. And unfortunately, the water is not helping that game plan very much.
Johnny Dean getting play restarted here with a throw for Birmingham. Brett holding off Camden Feo. Dean making the run. Dean got there. Thomas Van Kaziel, one of the newest acquisitions for Birmingham, coming over from San Diego Loyal. Once again slotting in as really the number 6 midfielder tonight for Birmingham. Prosper Kassim leaves it for Brett. Cervania cutting inside, goes down, but that was good defense all the way from Wiley.
Wiley, the 16-year-old, has been really good tonight already. In just the first few minutes, he's had a couple stops that really slowed down the Birmingham attack. I like what I'm seeing from him.
Just 16 years old, but plenty of experience in the USL Championship. This is 23rd career start at this level tonight. Anderson Asiadu, hounded by Mertz, opts to go the other direction. Kassim with a lovely flick, but it doesn't quite get through to Nico Brett. Josh Bauer against his old team, holds off Mikey Lopez and picks out a pass as well. Good tackle by Asiadu to win it back. Kassim, Van Kaziel, good challenge inside by Camden Feo. Here comes Jaden Cervania. Cervania able to keep it under duress. Brett's out wide for him. Brett taken down. Good challenge once again by Wiley. Lopez trying to keep it in play, does. And a throw in coming here for Birmingham.
You can really see the players having to work twice as hard tonight just to kind of figure out the ball movements. It's really changing a lot. And in certain parts of the field, you kind of, you know you can count on it, but kind of over on this near side, it's a little bit tough.
Good run by Ryan James, but once again, the ball skids by him. Couldn't quite get a read on how that was going to react to the surface. The surface certainly going to play a key part tonight. For more on that, let's check in with the third member of our crew who's down below. That's Lyndon Blake. Lyndon?
Hey guys, so yeah, definitely still some water on the pitch, but guess what? I see a sun in our sky. You can't ask for anything better here at BBVA Field, especially this year with all the weather delays we had. So I reached out to my good friend, meteorologist Carson Meredith, to get some data on how much rain we've actually seen here in Birmingham this summer. So for the month of June, the average rainfall is 4 inches. We had 8.5 this year. For the month of July, we also had another 8.5 inches. That's not including the downpour that we had today. So we've been saying it all season, kind of joking about it, how rainy it's been, but it truly has been an unusual year for weather, and the Legion have felt it more than anybody, but we seem to be in the clear for now to get this game finished here against Atlanta United 2. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Lyndon. Yeah, just so much rain. Birmingham had a game impacted by rain against FC Tulsa, had a half of soccer washed out against Austin Bold. Really, Nico Brett has been on the rough end of a few of those postponements. He scored against Austin Bold here at home. He scored the last time Birmingham and Atlanta tried to play here at BBVA Field. Otherwise, he would be sitting on 10 goals instead of the 8 he's already had here in this 2021 campaign.
Well, and my yard work has been on the losing end of all the rain as well. So as many Alabamians, I think this year can say, it has just been almost unmerciful how much rain we've had this summer. You know, usually it gets this time of the year and it just dries up. You know, we're out here begging for rain, but not this year. And you're absolutely right. Nico has literally lost a couple of goals just because of it. But happy tonight to finally get a clear forecast for the rest of this one. And it should end up with some nice offense, and maybe Nico Brett can get one of those back.
His two teams met back on June 30th here at BBVA Field. Aiden McFadden scored the opener for Atlanta United 2. Nico Brett equalized shortly after, but nobody else would find the score sheet again before we had a postponement, a cancellation, and a makeup contest that's coming in just a few short days, as these two will run it back once again on Wednesday here in Birmingham. More than a dozen minutes gone from Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham Birmingham Legion FC and Atlanta United 2 scoreless so far. Both sides had early opportunities to score. Mackie Jope on a header. Nico Brett was in on goal for a moment. Two sides have settled in over the last 5 or 6 minutes here.
Kind of see, you know, what Jack Collison was talking with us about earlier in the week. Atlanta really trying to put a focus on possession and kind of wear Birmingham down a little bit.
Throw in coming here for the Legion. Ryan James plays that off the toes of Bryce Washington. Birmingham had a bit of a week to prepare and rest. Atlanta United 2 coming off a quick turnaround after that win against FC Tulsa at home on Wednesday. But Dustin, you talked to Jack Collison earlier in the week about before the short turnaround, they had a little bit of time to rest, recover, maybe work on some things, and definitely showed in their performance on Wednesday at home.
He was really just so thankful that everything they had put in practice, especially in terms of offense and just generating attack, finally paid off. You know, they got 2 goals on Wednesday and, of course, the win as a result. And he just said it felt so good to finally see that hard work pay off. And I got to hand it to Coach Collison. I mean, he's only been there for a month and a half, and you can really get a sense that he wants to do a little bit more than just develop players. I feel like he really wants to create a team with Atlanta United 2 and really make a push in the playoffs here in the USL Championship.
Atlanta United 2 not too far off that playoff line as we come into action tonight. It's one of 2 Central Division contests this evening. The other OKC in Lou City, which kicked off around the same time from Kentucky. Atlanta United 2 trying to play out of the back. Birmingham supplying a bit of pressure. As Bauer sends it forward, Lopez got a cleat in.
Too little, too late. Aiden McFadden was calling for the ball down the field. Ryan James had him fairly well marked, but Bauer just waited way too long.
So a throw in from that deep corner flag. Birmingham can push that press a little bit further forward. Ertz couldn't get a touch. It falls to Asiadu. Cervania couldn't quite keep it in front.
Just a tough one coming at him with the water. Just bounced kind of weird. I don't think Cervania was ready for it.
Quickly back the other way. Aiden McFadden's relocated to the other flank. Wiley trying to get it to a Johnny Fortune. That ball didn't have a chance to get there through the puddles.
It's the only thing about tonight. I hate that we're not going to get to see that ball really open up and get some of those runouts going like we would normally see from both of these teams, because both of these teams have some really fast forwards that can get moving when they need to.
Good way to pass over the top. James played it off the feet of Mackie Jope. Throw in coming here for Birmingham. Legion fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Download the Birmingham Legion FC app today. Available on both iOS and Android platforms. It's the Legion FC app. Your home for all things Legion FC. Nico Brett checks into midfield to get a touch, unmarked. Johnny Dean able to run it down. What a revelation Johnny Dean has been here for Birmingham over the past couple of years. Dustin talked about it a little bit in the open. Nobody has created more chances so far this year for this Legion attack than Dean. His 25 are a team lead, and that includes 5 that he created, and 1 of which that he scored on last weekend against Indy.
Well, it's hard not to create chances when you're literally on every position on the pitch. I mean, you look up and the next thing you know, Johnny Dean is standing there, and it's just a testament to how hard he works.
Kasim still going. How about this run from Kasim? Just wide.
Boy, that is something we missed, you know, when Prosper Kasim wasn't out here at BBVA Field. I mean, he just creates chances out of nothing sometimes, as you'll get another look at it here on your screen. I mean, to get around Bauer right there, that takes a ton of upper body strength to maintain that balance and then dribble at the same time and then still take a really good shot to somewhat challenge Rocco Rios Novo there. I mean, Kasim is excellent. It's so great to see him back out there.
Back healthy after missing some time. He got hurt early in the year at home against Memphis, making his 4th start here in 2021 tonight. He found the score sheet for the first time this year and scored the opening goal against Indy last weekend, as Legion took all 3 points away from Indy 11 for the 2nd time in 3 weeks. kept them within arm's reach of Lou City at the top of the Central Division table. Another three-point performance would get them even closer tonight. Brett waiting for some support as Siadu supplies some. His back pass to Kavita doesn't get there. It's cut out by Mackie Jope. Here comes Amadou Mackie Jope. Cuts it inside against Van Kaziel. Lovely back heel, doesn't quite reach McFadden.
Nice job by Ryan James there to maintain position. And again, Kavita, Kernali, it's just such a wall back there. It's so tough to get around if you don't have a good run on it. Once they're in position, that's a hard nut to crack.
Mackie Jope's pass doesn't quite reach its intended target either. Bauer chested down. Lopez got in on the challenge. Fortune draws the whistle and a foul.
A little touchy there, but I get it. I mean, it makes sense. I think it's the right call. You know, tonight, kind of watching this, Blake, it's kind of funny. You can almost equate this to like Little League soccer when, you know, there used to be a slant over by the sideline and you knew the ball would roll out faster over there. And you kind of see that tonight. These guys are starting to pick up on the corners where the ball moves slower or faster, starting to take advantage of that fact.
Good interception there from James to send Prosper Kasim off and running. Unfortunately, the ball doesn't quite come with him. But a lovely step over. Get around Allen. Kavita couldn't quite get there. McFadden is free up the flank. Kavita's got to sprint back. Kernali trying to help him out a bit. Still McFadden working back towards the drier part of the pitch. McFadden teeing up a shot. Van Oekel had it covered.
Love to see that from McFadden. You know, again, just such a young guy, but just so much ability. He can really do everything out there. And I like that. I mean, he was really out there alone, but went ahead and created a chance anyways. You never know. It bounces off of a leg and deflects, and you end up scoring off of that. And that's what they need. They need McFadden taking those shots because ultimately his shots lead to goals.
Van Oekel able to keep that new Select soccer ball in play. Fan since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. Johnny Dean is off and running the other way for Birmingham. Dean still with it, centers it back, it just misses Brett. Lopez is onto it. Lopez denied by Rios Novo.
Just look at that. What offense there from Johnny Dean. He's the featured player tonight for a reason. What a pass right there. Brett just wasn't ready for it. And Lopez still made a nice shot off that. That second chance opportunity that Birmingham got there as it rolls through. Just a good recovery there from that back line, and that's that veteran defense starting to step up there for Atlanta. Hands behind the back, ready to make a play.
Another chance created by the Legion fullback, Johnny Dean. Mikey Lopez probably didn't strike that as well as he would have liked, but did force a save from Rios Novo nevertheless. Siadu turning against Allen. James is off and running. Here's Ryan James, edge of the area. James against McFadden, getting to the byline, cuts it back inside. Bauer was there waiting.
Boy, James with some really nice footwork there to get McFadden off balance. You don't see that from McFadden too often. I just think that wet ground playing a factor there.
Good work by Kavita, stepping up. James goes down. Did he get pushed? Yes, he did. Free kick given.
There's no doubt there. Just a little bit off balance from Allen. Kind of came in heavy with the upper body. And anytime you're coming from the backside and the player goes down, the referee's going to have to take a look at it. You'll see it here. Get those hands up on the back, and then that extra kick didn't help at the end. It's a good call.
So a free kick given, brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. Really Birmingham's first set piece opportunity of the night. Of course, no Bruno Lapa once again for Legion, so Mikey Lopez and Ryan James stand over the set piece opportunity with the big bodies forward. That includes both center backs and the defensive midfielder Van Kaziel. James with an out-swinging service, headed back towards the top of the area. Cleared away forcefully in the end. Halfway point here in our first 45 minutes from Birmingham. So far scoreless between Legion FC and Atlanta United 2. Nico Brett and company trying to change that. Jaden Cervania 1v1 against Wiley. Dean off and running into space. Can he win the foot race to the byline? Yes. But he couldn't squeeze off the cross. Good work by Johnny Fortune. Now here comes the Englishman, Connor Stanley. Stanley hounded by Asiadu, and a high arm from Asiadu is going to draw the whistle and a free kick.
Asiadu just coming in a little bit reckless there. Kind of surprised he didn't get a card for that, or at least a talking from the referees. You'll see it here. I mean, right there, that's strictly, I'm going to take you down and you're going to move no more. And that's all that was from Anderson Asiadu. I'm honestly surprised that he's not at least getting a talking to here from there, and I believe he is going to get one now. Yeah, I think the referee's telling him, look, you can't play with your arms. You just can't do that. Next time, that'll be a card.
Atlanta United 2 touchline looked like they wanted a yellow card, but none shown to the former Atlanta man, Anderson Asiadu. McFadden into the area, towards the back post, nobody there. And Cervania does the safe thing, clears it away.
As it stands right now, Blake, Atlanta's got 61% of the possession at this juncture of the half. And, you know, if Jack Collison, what he said, holds true and they continue to do that, it should pay off.
Once again, James goes the safe route towards the touchline. Throw in coming here for Atlanta United 2. Atlanta turned some of that possession into a couple of quality chances here in the back half of this first 45 minutes. Washington running out of space and territory here. Mertz helped him out. Fortune all the way back to the feet to the Frenchman, Bradley Kempton-Feo.
One thing, that sun popping out may help dry a little bit of that water up off the ground. Maybe we'll start to see the ball move a little bit better in the second half.
Good intervention there by Thomas Van Kaziel. Nico Brett all by his lonesome at the moment. Rare touch here for Alex Crognale, who hasn't had much of the ball in the early parts. Wiley almost overran it. Van Kaziel able to keep it in play. Can't give up on any ball close to the touchline tonight. Got to make sure it goes over the line because the water might keep it in.
Tonight, every ball is in play until it's absolutely not. You got to stay with everything.
Another throw coming here for Legion FC. Jaden Cervania, the 19-year-old, trying to turn. Couldn't get the cross away, but he does win Legion a corner. Their first corner of the night, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Wiley just got beat down the line there just enough that he had no choice but to go ahead and concede the corner. This is a dangerous situation here for Birmingham on a corner kick, just from a matchup standpoint. I think if you can get Crognale in there and possibly even Kavita, a couple of the taller players on the field outside of maybe Mackie Joe for Atlanta.
Birmingham opting to crowd the 6-yard box. Cervania takes it short to Kasim. To Cervania. His service didn't quite reach Kavita. Asiadu wanted to tee it up on the volley, it looked like. Legion still with the big bodies forward, a chance to serve it up there again. Dean does so. Alex Crognale down here. Good tackle. Mackie Jope to send it over the touchline. Throw in coming here for Birmingham, and now the center backs likely headed back to their usual positions.
Yeah, anytime you've got Alex Crognale trying to handle the ball on the wing, probably not the best offense you can have, but that was the situation they found themselves in.
Lovely touch there, Brett to James, who tried to get the cross away. It was blocked, and now Atlanta United 2 can break. Good intervention. Mikey Lopez leaving his feet and sliding a good 5 yards to dispossess Robbie Mertz and stop the counter.
Beautiful tackle, and that's why he's the captain. He makes smart plays, does what's good for his team, lays his body on the line when he needs to, and that's the kind of stuff you like to see from your captain, to get the guys fired up down on the pitch. Great play by Mikey Lopez.
Atlanta United 2 taking their time getting play restarted here. Fans, don't forget, August is USL Supporters Month. We want to hear from you. Visit uslchampionship.com/supporters-month for more information on how you can get involved and have a chance to be featured as the Supporter of the Week. Johnny Fortune off and running. Fortune, great work by Alex Crognale. Cervania picks up his head, trying to play the switch into the feet of Kasim. Kasim awaits support, cuts it inside. Back heel for Dean. Brett. Kasim. Kasim off a deflection, off woodwork.
Boy.
And now Atlanta United 2 can go the other way. Connor Stanley off and running.
That had to make Coach Collison very nervous. Anytime Prosper Kasim has the ball anywhere around the 18 with some room, you better get scared in a hurry. And you knew Rocco Rios Novo, the eyes got big on that one. Crossbar saved it.
It would have been a tough break for Rios Novo as it took a deflection in front of him. But Kasim just inches away from opening the score sheet. Just shy of the half-hour mark.
Patience right there, Blake. That was patience. It was actually one of the keys we had earlier as you get another look at it there. That was extreme patience, especially from Nico Brett on the pass over to Kasim. And it got Atlanta just enough out of position. They were able to create a really nice chance there. And I love that patience from Birmingham. If they can continue to do that, there's no doubt they're going to get on the score sheet.
James for Lopez, trying to hold off his old teammate Bauer. Bauer supplies the clearance and finds the feet of McFadden. Well done there. Josh Bauer, the 23-year-old from New Hampshire. 31st overall pick by Atlanta in the latest Super Draft. Spent part of the summer last year with Legion FC. Made 3 total appearances. This is 10th starts here for Atlanta United 2. This campaign as Wiley pushes forward. Can he keep it in play? Yes is the answer, but he couldn't keep it under control.
Airvo.
Bauer cuts out the pass. Atlanta United 2 can slow down and play with a bit of the ball at their feet. Mertz all the way back to Rocco Rios Novo. We'll send it down to the third member of our crew. That's Lyndon Blake. Lyndon?
Blake, you know, there's like a world phenomenon going on right now known as the Olympics over in Tokyo. And one of the Legion players are keeping a very close eye on his home country. Zach Airvo was actually born in Japan. He has dual citizenship with Japan and Haiti. And lucky for him, he got to watch his team get a victory before coming out here to BBVA Field today. Japan took down New Zealand and they actually advanced to the semifinals, and they're going to go up against Spain, and that happens on Tuesday. So not a lot of spare time, but when he has a few minutes right now, you can find him cheering on the Japan national team. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Lyndon. Zach, an interesting case. Dual citizenship between Haiti and Japan. Just got back from international duty with Haiti in the 2021 Gold Cup, as did Legion winger Junior Flemings, who was off in the Gold Cup with his native Jamaica. Birmingham obviously very happy to have them back into the fold and available off the bench if needed tonight.
That's what's really cool about this game, Blake, and this sport is just how much of an international presence it has. And you know, a lot of times we don't even realize how many people this game reaches and how many people it touches. And it's just cool to get to be a part of it and really watch these guys do what they do and then go represent their country as well. I mean, that means a lot to them, and it means a lot to everyone around them. And I just think that's cool, and it just shows what kind of people these guys are.
Less than 15 minutes to go in our first half. Blake Gardner, Dustin Wellborn, Lyndon Blake, your crew here on My 68 locally and on ESPN Plus across the country. Speaking of the USL on ESPN, looking to start the second half of the season on a high note. Oakland Roots SC welcomes high-powered Phoenix Rising FC. The USL on ESPN continues. Don't miss any of the action for the Golden State Wednesday, August 4th at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central on ESPN2. This little foul is going to go against Mackie Joe for a shove in the back of Fonwell Kavita. Legion wastes no time getting the ball back in play. 5th overall meeting tonight between Birmingham Legion FC and Atlanta United 2. Atlanta trying to find a 3-point performance for the first time against Birmingham. Birmingham has won all 4 meetings previously. That includes one earlier this year at the Proving Ground in Kennesaw. Game that finished 1-0 in favor of Legion, but based on expected goals, had a few more goals in it than that. Whistle and a foul. Kasim was held back. Or make it Brett, pardon me. Free kick given.
at this juncture of the game, still knotted up here 0-0. I look at defense right now. You know, Birmingham with 9 tackles, Atlanta with 8, and even kind of an interesting statistic at the moment, Atlanta has an 87.5% tackle success rate. That is really good for a tackle success rate. Birmingham's sitting right now at 55.6. So again, Atlanta doing a good job when they need to, making a play and stopping this Birmingham attack. But again, defense has really been a critical point of this match so far.
The rain on the field's made play a little bit choppy at times, but for the most part, I think both coaches relatively pleased with where we stand at the moment. Josh Power continues to go into the midfield from his center back position. It looks like he's going to join this attack. McFadden trying to switch the play, doesn't quite get there. Prosper Kasim cuts it out instead. And now Birmingham with a chance to go the other way. Brett with Dean off and running. There's the pace of Dean on display once again. Good intervention for Bradley Kim-Timfeo, was much needed.
Brett made a nice touch there. If he gets a little less loft on that one, I think Johnny Dean able to get to it. But Brett's such a good 1-2 punch player. I mean, he can just make 2 moves before you know he's made 1. And that's why he's so good, and that's why he's got so many goals this season.
McFadden against James, trying to cut it back inside. McFadden with a shot, he puts it in. How about that? An absolute rocket from Aiden McFadden. Atlanta lead on the road.
Listen to that sideline get fired up, and look at Coach Collison and Aiden McFadden right there as he points to his family and points to that finger, looking to get that ring. Oh my goodness. How do you stop a shot like that? I mean, as good as Fanuel Kavita is, there's no way you stop that shot. That thing was a laser beam. He was looking at this top corner right here, and there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, that Birmingham defense with Ryan James and Kavita, there's just nothing you can do about that. That was an MLS move right there, and this guy's going to start getting some looks if he keeps making plays like that. 6th of the season right there.
Aiden McFadden continues to do awesome things for Atlanta United too. The visitors have the lead with less than 10 minutes to go in the first half. We talked about it earlier. The last time these two teams met here, we played 45 minutes before rain and thunderstorms forced postponement. It was Aiden McFadden who lost the goal he scored in the first half of that contest. He gets it back in this contest. And now Birmingham playing from behind here on their home turf. Anderson Asiadu able to corral and control for the moment.
Let's just hope Aiden McFadden goals aren't the Alabama rain dance.
Let's hope. Anderson Asiadu trying to turn, holds off Allen. Couldn't get the cross away. Here's Kasim. Thomas Van Kazeel. Bauer holding off Brett. And did he clear it before it got over the end line? Referee said yes. I don't know if he did in actuality or not.
You know, we could look at it again, and it probably did go over the end line there. But the only thing is, you have to remember, as a person who's not an official, the AR is clear on the other side of the field in that situation, and that's his call. If he sees it, then he calls it. But the head official can't see that from his vantage point, so there's no way they can make that call. Absolutely no way.
Washington's throw only finds the feet of Mikey Lopez, and Ryan James does well, the Canadian, to keep it in play. Can Birmingham find a response before the halftime whistle blows? Atlanta United 2 in control at the moment thanks to another goal from Aiden McFadden. Nobody has played more minutes this year and has made more of an impact on the whole for Atlanta United 2. Aiden McFadden, almost a lovely flick to free Bryce Washington. Mertz for Mackie Jope. Probing ball, but Matt Van Oekel was there.
Ryan James made a critical touch on that. Otherwise, Atlanta with a great scoring opportunity. Right now, though, that possession's holding true, Blake. Atlanta with 60.2% of the possession. So that is working, and that game plan that Coach Collison had coming into this one is really paying off.
Good defensive work from Thomas Van Kazeel, fighting Connor Stanley off it. And now Legion can break the other way. Lopez for Jaden Cervania. Cervania cuts it inside, waiting for some options. Still Cervania. And in the end, it's taken away by Wiley.
Good job by the Atlanta back line to get back, get in position, and force Jaden to make a bad play.
Van Okel well off his line to come get that through ball. Alex Cernali had pushed forward from his center back position and is now slowly making his way back.
He's been kind of doing that a lot tonight. He's kind of drifting up towards the front.
Cervania, plenty of space. Surveys for Brett. Kasim taken off it. Good work by Robbie Mertz, who's had a pretty solid performance so far in the first half, both offensively and defensively. Mertz a nice pickup for Atlanta United too, after spending some time with Pittsburgh Riverhounds. And Kazeel looking over the top, both Brett and Kasim making identical runs.
I know they've got Mertz listed at 6'1", but if he's 6'1", I'm 7'1". He's a little bit shorter than that, but man, he has a low center of gravity, and it really works to his advantage, especially on a playing surface like this.
Team high 18 key passes for Mertz coming into the night, but really it's been more of his defensive work that's been on display so far in this one. Camden Feo back to the feet of his 19-year-old goalkeeper Rocco Rios Novo. 5.5 minutes to go till the halftime whistle. Atlanta United 2 would love to go into the locker room with a lead. Wiley still moving backwards. Camden Feo finally sends it away from the danger. Siadu. Lopez. Almost found Brett. James. Siadu. Siadu around Allen. Still Siadu. He's got Dean running. He uses him out wide. Dean with space to get across the way. Instead, he cuts it back. Dean on his left has it blocked.
Boy, Johnny Dean, electric right there. Able to get Wiley off his feet. Created a chance. And he's as dangerous with his left as he is with his right, Blake. You know, we talked about that goal he scored in stoppage time against Indy. His left is good.
Alex Cernali's pushed forward once again, overlapping with Dean. Kasim in the midfield for a touch. Lopez. Once again, this back four for Atlanta United up to the challenge. Great run from Lopez, unmarked into the area. Lopez with space, cuts it back for Brett. Brett looking for an opportunity to get a shot away. Instead, it's blocked away. Good work defensively by Fortune. Brett to the byline, did get the cross in there, but Camden Feo able to axe it out.
See that frustration from Lopez behind the attack now, or now in front of the attack, but he was just off on that pass to Nico Brett, and he knows it.
Van Kazeel plays 1-2 with James. Birmingham starting to ask a few more questions to this Atlanta defense as we reach the closing few minutes of this first half. Now let's see if Atlanta can break out of that pressure. Not quite this time, as Allen couldn't pick out the pass.
Shouldn't be a whole lot in the way of stoppage time for this one. Maybe a minute, maybe two at most, but I doubt it's going to be much.
Dean once again providing width, trying to get around Wiley. Does so, but couldn't get around Camden Feo. Throw in coming here for Birmingham.
Dean has just worked so hard already in just 43 minutes of play. He's going to have another half. He's just going all out again, looks like.
Dean with an early service this time. It bounces through. Good work by Atlanta United too, not to concede the corner.
Dean, to me, is like the spark plug for this offense. Got a lot of gasoline, you got a lot of guys who can put fire in it, but without Dean, it never really gets going.
Dean's been involved in quite a bit of the Legion attack, and Birmingham has put quite a bit of pressure on Atlanta since conceding, but so far Atlanta's defense has bent, but it hasn't broken. Jack Collison certainly has to be pleased with his team's effort on the road so far in this one.
Just talking with him, he just seems like the right guy for this job, you know, coming up from the academy ranks and now coaching this Atlanta United 2 side. He just has the best intentions for these guys and this team, and he really truly does want to win.
Has existing relationships with a few guys in this team as well from his time with the U17s. Another opportunity here, perhaps. Stanley on the edge of the area. Able to keep possession. Allen. Bryce Washington. Now Atlanta with a chance to perhaps ask a few questions of Birmingham's defense again. Lopez taken down. Referee didn't blow his whistle. Siadu couldn't quite clear it away. Good job by Washington to keep it down here. Allen picks up his head. Towards the back post it goes. Van Oekel well off his line. Got one hand with a fist to it. And now Birmingham with a chance to break the other way. Brett towards Asiadu. Great pass from Brett. Asiadu is free. Washington is there hounding him.
I've seen Nico Brett do that a few times this season where he'll almost make a pass off the outside of his foot, and it's just so accurate. There are not many players on earth that can do that, and he does it so well.
Good composure from Thomas Van Kaziel. Lopez with a bit of space. Still Mikey Lopez working into the area, and eventually Josh Bauer closes it down. And a throw-in coming here for Atlanta United 2 as it got a piece of Lopez's boot last. Fans, Birmingham Legion FC entrusts the care of its athletes to UAB Sports Medicine Team, and you should as well. All of our doctors are fellowship trained and have extensive experience caring for patients of all ages. Whether you're a weekend warrior or a competitive athlete, come see UAB Sports Medicine so we can help get you back to your active lifestyle. There's the halftime whistle here at BBVA Field. And Atlanta United 2 are going to take a lead into the dressing room. And no doubt, Dustin, Atlanta very pleased with the way their team has played on the road here through 45.
Stuck to the game plan, man. Aiden Mcfadden, obviously the key player. They maintained possession, and they got their goal. Now they can kind of sit back and rely on their Rocco Rios Novo that they've relied on in several games this season. They're going to be in good shape, and it's going to be tough for Birmingham to break this back line. I'm interested to see how it goes.
We'll see what adjustments Birmingham make coming out of the dressing room when we get ready for the second 45 coming up in just a little bit. Coming up at the break, we'll get a look at a busy weekend across the USL Championship, plus look at some news and notes and some first half highlights. From a busy 45 minutes at BBVA Field, it's Atlanta United 2-1, Birmingham Legion FC 0, 45 down, 45 to go. We'll return right after this.
Your bank for today, your bank for tomorrow. BBVA is your bank for life's opportunities, with an app that makes banking easy and service that makes it personal. For your next opportunity, BBVA is your bank.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
Your bank for then, your bank for now. BBVA is your bank for getting back to work with more than $3.6 billion in small business loans and an award-winning app. For helping your business move forward, BBVA is your bank.
This past week, Legion FC players Ryan James, Jaden Cervania, and Matt Van Oekel spent some time with the kids from Children's Harbor here at BBVA Field as part of the Birmingham Family Center. The players spent time showing the kids around the stadium as well as teaching them more about the game.
We've just been hanging out with some of the kids here, showing them around the facilities, taking them into the locker room, showing them where we get ready for the games, where we put on our jerseys, where the coaches give our pre-game talks and stuff like that. And they all find it very interesting. So it's cool to kind of show people behind the scenes of what we do to get ready for a game. And that's what we've been doing today so far. And now we're out here playing a little soccer with them. They're showing us their flicks and tricks, which is cool. They're scoring some goals, and I think it's really cool. Even though it's really hot out today, it seems like they're having a good time.
Feels great, especially for me growing up here. I moved away, but being able to come back and give back to the place I'm from, it means a lot.
So I saw you guys score a goal on Big Matt over here. How did it feel to score your first goal on BBVA Field?
Well, see, it was pretty cool, actually.
Pretty cool?
Mm-hmm. I never been to real soccer before. And this is my first time being out here, so I never been out here before.
First, I heard you learned about ice baths today. Do you like ice baths?
Yes.
She loves ice baths.
I like ice cream.
See, anything to do with ice, she loves it. Ice cream, ice baths, slushies. You run super fast? Who's the fastest out of the three of you?
Me.
No hesitation. I have to assume it's London. You think you could beat London in a race?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Let's do a race now.
You want to race now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's too hot for that. How many games do y'all play a day?
Oh, we just practice once a day, and we play twice a week.
Oh. What kind of days do y'all play?
We play on Saturdays and Wednesdays.
Oh.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
The 18, the Marcus Sargent goes to his left, hard strike, and it's in the net, 2-1 Oakland.
Blanchett, another massive stop.
Shoots, deflected, and a big save from Rawls.
As Asante takes this on. Oh, that's a tremendous goal from Solo.
Welcome back to BBVA Field, Birmingham, Alabama. Our coverage of Birmingham Legion FC and Atlanta United 2. Blake Gardner alongside Dustin Wellborn and Lyndon Blake. Birmingham Legion FC, a busy week this week. Back at home, back involved in the community. Of course, you saw Jaden Cervania, Ryan James there. Plus, Birmingham Legion FC had the exceptional foundation out for training as well. Serving kids around the Birmingham area with special needs. Awesome time for those kids and for Birmingham Legion to host some visitors, some very special visitors, as they got ready for their contest against Atlanta United 2 for this weekend. 45 minutes down from BBVA Field, Atlanta United 2 have the lead. And let's get a look at the USL Championship Central Division standings coming into play tonight. Dustin, Birmingham Legion FC have 2 games in hand against Louisville, trailing by just 5 points. But Atlanta United 2 closer and closer to that playoff line.
Yes, you can see this game is bigger than at one point we may have thought it would be. I mean, goodness, if Atlanta gets this win tonight, obviously they'll bump up to 20 points on the season. And just to have them in the playoff picture makes this so exciting in this 2-game swing right here. And, of course, Birmingham has just been right there at the top all season. Louisville finally got a hold on that first-place position. But it's going to be an interesting kind of back half half here to see how things shake up. And, of course, that big win that Atlanta got against FC Tulsa the other night. I know Birmingham was actually just as excited about that as Atlanta was, but could get interesting at the top of the table.
No doubt. Let's get a look at some of the scores around the USL Championship on this busy Saturday. Charlotte Independence at home lead Tampa Bay Rowdies. That'd be a huge win for Charlotte. And guess who? Dane Kelly got an early second half goal to get Charlotte out front in that contest. Meanwhile, at the break in Kentucky, Lou City doing what they do. They get an early goal at home against OKC Energy.
Yeah, and I'm sure they should be able to finish that one out. They're just so good. They're not going to lose that game. And then, of course, the New York Red Bulls game tonight should be a good one as well, kind of playing some Western Conference there. And then, of course, Pittsburgh and Hartford tie. That's an interesting one as well right there for some Eastern Conference action.
That might be one of the longest road trips of the year. New York Red Bulls 2 all the way to the capital of Cali, Sacramento Republic. That game kicking off at 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central out west. Meanwhile, Charlotte Independence bolster their back line as well. Christian Fuchs, the man who eventually will feature for Charlotte FC in MLS, will spend the rest of the USL Championship with Charlotte Independence, who are looking pretty good in their division as well over in the Atlantic.
They're building a really nice club over there, and I look for them to be a serious playoff contender this season. And then, of course, that top note there with Joe Kaminsky, I have to mention that. Of course, a former UAB Blazer, played under Coach Mike Getman. I know he would be very excited to see that note on this page, and he would just be thrilled, you know, to see that he was Player of the Week. And he deserves it, of course, to get that clean sheet, the penalty save, and the assist in the same game. I mean, that's really hard to do for a goalie. So a former UAB Blazer right there, and shout out to Mike Getman for coaching up the pros.
Charlotte and Charleston both just below the playoff line in the Atlantic. Plenty of work to do there in that other Eastern Conference division. Here in the Central Division, Birmingham Legion, Atlanta United 2. Both sides generated some opportunities, Dustin, but it was Atlanta who made the most of their third shot on target, the one from Aiden Mcfadden.
Exactly, and that's what we said in the open. You know, if you can break him open and let him do what he does, he's going to score. And ultimately, that extra possession finally led to a little bit of a room, you know, for him to be able to take a really nice shot there and just outplay that Birmingham back line. And as a result, they get the goal. I don't think Birmingham necessarily did anything wrong in the first half. I think they played a nice half as well. Just had some awkward touches at times inside the 18. Otherwise, they may have a goal or two themselves.
Birmingham just 43% possession, but they were much more direct trying to get in on Rocco Rios Novo and this Atlanta back line. We'll see if they continue to try to attack quickly and directly in our second 45 minutes. Atlanta United 2 on top by 1. The second half comes your way when we return after this quick break.
Okay, at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals on all smartphones.
Let me break it down. You got your new customers.
They get our best deals. You got your existing customers, they also get our best deals. Everyone gets the deals.
Questions?
Got it. But why did you use a permanent marker?
Because I want to make sure you remember.
I'm gonna get a new whiteboard.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives new and existing customers the same great deals on all smartphones. Get up to $800 off our latest 5G smartphones.
Coors Light is cold filtered for brightness and clarity. The world's most refreshing beer, Coors Light.
Back here in Birmingham, Alabama, it has turned into an absolutely lovely night for soccer between Birmingham Legion FC and Atlanta United 2. Blake Gardner, Dustin Wellborn, Lyndon Blake. As we get a look at our highlights from our first 45 minutes, it was a busy first 45 minutes, Dustin. Both sides had early opportunities as the rain stayed away. The impact certainly felt on the surface. Matt Van Oak with a huge save early to keep this game 0-0 at the time.
It was really one of the plays of the game so far, because right now this will be a 2-0 game. And of course, that was a close one. I think Nico was trying to sell it a little bit, but still tried to draw that foul. Otherwise, would have had a great shot on goal. That was a look at that. Kasim with the best chance, obviously, for Birmingham in this game. Unfortunately for him, goes off the crossbar, but we can't talk about that enough. Aiden Mcfadden with a laser beam in the top corner. I mean, that thing was on a dime. He drops it in the back corner, and he was absolutely thrilled and just puts in the one goal we have so far. And now I look for him to be, again, looking to score here in the second half. I do not think Atlanta's going to take their foot off the gas pedal a lot in this second half.
We'll see what this second half has in store. Should be a very exciting second 45 minutes. Downstairs, Lyndon Blake is the third member of our crew. She's standing by with Legion head coach Tom Sohn. Lyndon?
First half, unfortunately, your team down 1-0 right now. What did you tell the guys in the locker room?
I thought there was some good football out there, and I think we're a little hectic in the final third. I think sometimes we can put the brakes on a little bit and expose them by moving the ball a little bit more. So that's what I've asked them, and then a little bit of earlier service from our flanks. We're looking for that perfect serve, and sometimes putting the ball in behind our back line is what we need.
You had to come back from behind victory there against Indy last week. Your team really comes together in the second half. What do you credit that to?
You know, they got a desire, and right now we got to get the first one back, and I feel comfortable we're going to get our chances. It's just a matter of putting those chances away.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Thanks, head coach Tom Sohn. Obviously, he felt pretty good about the way his team played in the first 45, but like you said, Dustin, just got to put away one or two of those chances, change this game, and then chase it the rest of the way.
Exactly, and honestly, what that was Tom Sohn just saying, stop trying to do too much. You know, just get the ball into the box. Let's create chances. We're getting it in that last third. All we need to do is get some more pressure on Rocco Rios Novo, because right now the ball's kind of getting stopped up at the top of the 18, and they're trying to do just a little too much to get that highlight reel goal. And they don't need a highlight reel goal. They need a real goal. And that's what they've got to do. And that's all Tom Sohn is saying. These guys are gifted. They're talented, and we know that. But he just wants them to put the ball on net.
Second half underway from the Magic City BBVA Field. What a lovely night it has turned into in Birmingham. 77 degrees in the middle of July. Now, granted, had a ton of rain earlier, which is why it's that cool, but beggars and choosers and whatnot at this point in the summer.
Having to wear a tie, I'll take the 77 degrees, Blake. That was quite a change from the 97 we started out with a little earlier today. So this is a very nice night, even despite the dampness.
Surface still a bit wet, but holding up relatively well at the moment. We'll see if the service remains a story in the second 45 minutes. Neither side has announced any changes coming out of the dressing room, although Legion in short order have sent their subs to go get warming up. Atlanta has done likewise. Both sides relatively healthy coming into the night, so plenty of opportunity for adjustments down the stretch of this one.
I was kind of wondering about it. Now I look down there and I do see Junior Fleming starting to warm up. I was kind of thinking he might be one of the next faces Birmingham brings out.
J.J. Williams making his way out of the dressing room too for Legion with a change of footwear as well. Perhaps trying to adjust a bit to the damp surface. Wiley under pressure from Cervania, trying to turn. Eventually does. Good work from him. Stanley off the face of a Siadu, who's able to keep it down here. Legion's pressure pays off. Van Kazeel centering pass. Brett left it for Kasim, who didn't quite get there. Is a Siadu onside? Yes. Siadu trying to turn the corner, can't, but does win a corner. Oh, I thought he won a corner. Referee says no, says goal kick. And Anderson Asiadu not happy with that decision at all. And frankly, from the look we got, I don't blame him.
Yeah, I'd love to look at that one more time. I think Asiadu's got a good point there. It's one of those judgment call kind of things, and I think the AR, when you make a call, you've got to be, I'm making this call, and this is what it is. There it is. It's hard to say. Maybe that touch came after it was over the end line, and maybe that's what the AR saw, was that the Atlanta player didn't actually make that touch until after it had crossed the end line, in which case that was the right call.
Birmingham back with it at their feet again. Here comes Cervania for Asiadu. Cervania goes down, referee plays the advantage. Here's Kasim, cutting inside. Kasim shot blocked, falls for Brett just wide. Jaden Cervania remains down, but Nico Brett just pulled his left-footed shot that would have leveled the contest.
You know, it's interesting because on Kasim's shot, Rocco Rios Novo had already committed. So, I mean, Nico Brett had a wide open net, as you'll see it here on the Kasim deflection. Rios Novo had already committed. So, I mean, Nico Brett had an open net on the opposite side, but he just, because it was a left-footed shot, that's not his strong side, he just misjudged it just a little bit.
Nico Brett doesn't miss from that range often. Already 8 goals so far this year for the Jamaican. Good for third in the USL Championship coming into the night. But straight out of the dressing room, Birmingham pouring on the pressure. Nico Brett with an early chance. Anderson Asiadu won a race to the byline. And once again, Birmingham quickly win possession back. Throw in for Legion FC right near the midway line.
Obviously something Coach Sohn has ignited a fire. Birmingham Legion, because they are playing with a little bit more gumption, a little bit more go after it type mentality, and let's just create chances, and ultimately it's going to lead to goals when you do that.
Lovely turn by Asiadu against Camden Feo. Asiadu taken down, trying to get it to Brett. Brett got there, trying to get around Rios Novo. Still Brett. Kasim. Kasim couldn't quite keep it under control. Still work to be done for Atlanta's defense. Brett cuts it in, trying to get a shooting lane. It deflects Lopez. The flag goes up in the end. Lopez was offside. But another huge scoring opportunity for Birmingham in the early part of this second half.
Let's take one more look at that. I'm a little curious if, you know, I mean, he missed the shot regardless. It did look like he was in an offside position, but man, oh man, they're really starting to grease the wheel here a little bit. Birmingham all of a sudden really letting loose on the offensive end of the field.
So a good start to the second half for Legion FC, but Atlanta United 2 so far able to hold the line. The sheet still clean, at least for the moments, but Birmingham certainly putting the Atlanta defense under duress. Lovely pass from Dean. Asiadu off and running in the attacking half again. Camden Feo with the intervention. Throw in coming for Legion FC. And Atlanta United 2 wasting no time calling some subs back to the bench. They want to make some changes in very short order.
They're going to have to right now because they are looking tired. Because honestly, what Birmingham has done is up to the tempo of their play. They're no longer being so patient, and they're going to try to just really work it right down to the 18 and take shots. It's all about tempo right now. Quick passes, quick moves, and get it down the field.
Dean won the race to the ball. Asiadu able to turn, trying to hold off Camden Feo. Cervania for Dean. Bauer hounding in there. Dean trying to turn. Bauer wins. Well done by Josh Bauer against the speed of Dean. Lopez goes sliding in with the challenge. That's probably going to be a yellow card, and it is. And Lopez pointing to the other direction, saying our man's still down and no card shown. But Mikey Lopez is booked, and he is the first yellow card caution of the night, brought to you by Rubio Law Firm.
You know, Mikey Lopez, he is the captain of the team right there. I'd like to see him maintain his composure after that, because he came in very late. As you'll see on the replay, the ball was 3 yards ahead of the player, and he's still coming in, and he had time to pull off that a little bit. Good job by the Atlanta player there, obviously, to show that extra. It's really just a nice acting job to go ahead and sell the foul, obviously. So I like that. But, you know, right there, Lopez has got to maintain composure. I know he's trying to get that goal. He's trying to do everything, but sometimes you just need to lay back a little bit.
Anderson Asiadu had a pretty quiet first half. He has been very involved to start the second. Connects with Mikey Lopez, who continues his run, wins it back. Lopez and Kasim working together. Lopez out wide. Kasim towards the back post. It doesn't quite get there. Rocco Rios Novo with very sure hands. Atlanta United 2 is prepping a double change down below. Abdoulaye Diop is going to be one of the changes. Philip Goodrum is going to be the other. Likely a good call from Jack Collison. His side has seen very little of the ball since we have restarted play here in the second half.
Yeah, the possession has shifted pretty heavily now. It's down to 55% Atlanta, 45 Birmingham. So it's kind of changed course here.
Maybe a chance for Atlanta to attack finally here. Stanley off and running. His pass a bit behind Mertz. Bryce Washington joins the attack from his right fullback position. Mackie Diop holding off Kavita, but dispossessed by Van Kaziel. Now Atlanta with a chance to slow it down just a little bit. It was a fast and furious start to this second half, and that pass given away. Good work by Kasim to get a foot in. Kasim tried to thread it through on the other side to Cervenia.
Very small window, but a good idea. Again, you're just trying to create chances at this point. Good job by Bauer, though, to cut the lane off.
Birmingham continue to try to attack directly. Atlanta working a bit more deliberately here. Stanley. Cronali over his head sends it away. Siadu goes up in the air to win it. Allen picks out a pass, doesn't quite reach its intended target. Ryan James there with the interception. Thomas Van Kaziel pushing forward from his defensive midfielder role.
You may can hear it from the sideline, you know, Tom Sohn, come on, come on, come on. He really wants that pace maintained, that pace you were talking about that we saw right there in that first 5 to 6 minutes of this half. It's tough to maintain a pace like that, obviously, but he really wants that extra right there. And here's a good look now for Dean.
Dean for Cervenia. Nice look over the top from Cronali. Cervenia still cutting it inside. Brad is offside. And he knew it straight away.
Yeah.
And now Atlanta can make that double change. So Abdoulaye Diop is coming on. And he'll replace a Johnny Fortune, who's had a pretty quiet night tonight.
You know, Diop made his first appearance actually Wednesday night against FC Tulsa. Came in at a similar junction in that game. And now a yellow card, I believe, has been given here for removing his equipment on the field, I believe.
So a tough night for Johnny Fortune, and he's shown caution before he can make his way to the touchline.
That technically is against the rules. You have to have the proper equipment when you're still checked into the soccer game. And he had not made it all the way off the pitch, so therefore was awarded a yellow card for having improper equipment.
So Fortune comes out and is booked. Mackie Diop comes off as well, replaced by the Charlotte, North Carolina native Philip Goodrum.
Goodrum also played against FC Tulsa on Wednesday night. So both of them have had some minutes just a few days ago. Not necessarily the freshest legs, but certainly you just kind of get the sense here that Atlanta needs just some fresh bodies at this point, if nothing else. They kind of look a little bit deflated. They've had to play so hard now just to keep Birmingham out of the net.
So the first change of the night from Atlanta. Double change to get some fresh legs up there. Jaden Cervenia. Good work by Wiley to hold his ground, and the first touches of the night here for Abdoulaye Diop as Rios Novo sends it into the crowd. Birmingham fans, don't forget to stay up to date on all the latest Legion FC news. Download the Legion FC app today. Available on both iOS and Android platforms. Birmingham Legion FC app. Your home for all things Birmingham Legion FC. Approaching the hour mark here. BBVA Field in Birmingham. Blake Gardner, Dustin Wellborn, Lyndon Blake. Glad to have you with us on this Saturday night. Both sides trying to make it 2 consecutive wins. Birmingham coming off a weekend win last Saturday at Indy. Atlanta coming off a win just a few days ago in Kennesaw against FC Tulsa. Right now, the two sides separated by the strike of Aiden Mcfadden in the 35th minute.
Just so unique to play the same team now back-to-back. Obviously, we'll see this exact same matchup on this exact same field Wednesday night. So it kind of starts to play into how do you use these substitutes? You know, what type of gamesmanship are we going to see in this second half, kind of in preparation for knowing you've got two more halves to play after this one. It's going to be interesting to watch.
Van Kaziel's pass cut out, but it falls back to Lopez, who finds Cervenia at half space. Dean joining in support. Dean got the cross away, but nobody home at the back post.
That's kind of one of those where, you know, if I think J.J. Williams is on the field at that moment, that's probably a scoring chance right there. But since you've kind of got players like Kasim and Brett up, they're a little bit more finesse. You know, JJ's going to get in there. He's a big guy. He takes up a lot of space, and he kind of tends to gravitate other players towards him, kind of clogs things up and creates chances that way. Sometimes leaves those dummies for players like Brett and Kasim.
Cronali's pass cut out, couldn't quite make it to Asiadu, and Atlanta can push forward on a quick counter here. They might have numbers. Can Wiley keep it in play? Yes is the answer. 16-year-old has a 1v1 against Dean here on this flank, with bodies joining him in the attack. Wiley's cross cut out. His second cross is not. Gooderum turns, his shot takes a deflection. Stanley, Gooderum. Job can tee it up from distance. He does, and Van Oekel had it covered.
Wow, nice shot there from Abdoulaye Job from all the way outside the 18. And honestly, credit to Caleb Wiley on that scoring opportunity. The 16-year-old right there, just staying with it, staying aggressive, and creating chances. And that's good for the youngster right there, and that's good for Atlanta United.
Asiadu through for Cervenia. Flag stays down. Cervenia against Wiley. Right foot across, cut out by Camden Feo, but it does win a corner. The second of the night, or the second of this second half for Legion FC, brought to you by Chick-fil-A.
Kind of start to wonder, will Birmingham stop going wide with the ball? You know, maybe try it from the top of the 18. It seemed like they were creating more chances when the ball was floating in at the top of the 18. And now we've got a discussion here. It looks like Brett's involved. And Rocco Rios Novo having a bit of a discussion here.
Referee John Meadow hasn't had a terribly busy night, but he's going to have some stern words here with Philip Gooderum, who just came on a few short moments ago. Let's see if we can get a look at what was the commotion there. Both guys going back and forth there, right near the goal line.
This is that time of the game when tempers do start to flare, especially when one team's got a 1-goal lead. You know, that's when you really start to see things get chippy. I expect more of that before this is over.
So now the corner is free to be taken by Cervenia from this near side flag. Not a bad delivery. Van Kaziel almost got ahead to it, and before Kasim could tee up a shot, a foul is given. Free kick for Atlanta as Camden Feo is down. It looks like Josh Bauer as well. Both center backs a bit worse for wear.
Kind of just starting to wonder if that might be a little bit of cramping, maybe just tiredness in general. This heat and everything, the humidity and so forth, has probably played a toll on them throughout the day. And obviously just having to play in the rain, your shoes get heavy, your socks get heavy, your jersey gets heavy, everything gets heavy. And then you got to play against Birmingham and trying to stop this attack. I'd probably be laying down too, Blake.
So free kick for Atlanta. Fans, don't forget, can't watch the match. Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio. Featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watson, Devin Kerr every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. You can also hear live action from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more. All on Sirius XM FC, channel 157, and the Sirius XM app. For an update from down below, we turn it over to the third member of our crew, Lyndon Blake. Lyndon?
Hey guys, obviously Coach very focused during the match, especially in one like this, an intense game we have going on right now. But something you may not know about him is before every game, he always finds a little Legion fan in the stands and gives them a little piece of the Legion. I saw him give a kid today this Legion soccer pin, and the kid was just shocked that the head coach came up and spent some time with him. But that's the culture they're trying to build here in Birmingham, developing the youth soccer under that Legion FC name. The academy team did have a match today, but unfortunately, like Legion FC has had in the past this season, the academy game was canceled in the 28th minute due to weather. It ended in a 1-1 draw with Southern Soccer Academy. Guys, back up to you.
Thanks, Lyndon. As you were talking, Birmingham make a double change up front. Dustin was talking about J.J. Williams. Thought he might see a portion of this game. He does. He comes in, and Junior Flemings, back from international duty with Jamaica, is on as well. As Atlanta United 2 push forward on the counter quickly. Goodrum edge of the area against Kavita. Goodrum's cross punched away by Van Oekel. Still work to be done for Birmingham's defense. Dean blocks a shot. And now Birmingham can clear their lines.
Gosh, Johnny Dean, Blake, is so good on both ends of the field. You know, Van Oekel made a great save there, but Johnny Dean did a nice job coming over and getting that body in front of the shot. Just made an incredible play.
Dean takes the throw as well and finds an open Thomas Van Kazeel. So how does Birmingham's attack adjust here with fresh options and J.J. Williams, who has scored once already this year, and Junior Flemings, who, while has not found the back of the net for Birmingham just yet, did find the back of the net for Jamaica against Guadalupe in the Gold Cup group stage just a couple of weeks ago. Williams is going to win the race to this long ball. And right through the legs of Camden Feo. How about that from Williams? Brent almost able to turn it on goal. And a whistle. And are we pointing to the spot? We are. A tug on the shirt, says the referee. And Legion are going to have a chance to equalize as a yellow card is shown.
Well, now that I did not expect. I missed it, but apparently Camden Feo grabbed on the jersey there. It looked like it had to be on Nico Brett, as you'll get it. I guess they're going to say it was on JJ, so he's going to call that shirt tail right there as JJ's kind of leaning back, and JJ just gets that attention. You know, that's what it is about JJ Williams, because he's so big and he just takes up so much space. He gets calls like that sometimes, and it worked out to his favor right there and wins a very critical PK here now that Nico Brett will take.
So a PK brought to you by Stone River after Bradley Kempton Feo is booked for a foul in the box. It'll be Nico Brett to take with a chance to equalize. Right under Rocco Rios Novo, it's 1-1.
Woo, that was close. Rocco Rios Novo actually read that really well. But Nico Brett, cool as you like from the circle right there. That was absolutely perfect from Nico Brett. Hard to reach that even if you read it right. And now here we are tied, exactly what Atlanta was trying to avoid. They hung on for 65 minutes, but that was it. And unfortunately, a defensive lapse as you get another look at it here. It was really close. Rios Novo read it right. And even I think Brett, maybe there for a second, thought he was going to get it. And honestly, if it didn't have the pace that it had, you kind of wonder Rios Novo might have got it. There's a good look from behind the net. It just had a lot of movement on it. And a great shot by Brett. He wasn't going to miss that one.
Great effort from Rios Novo, but it was well taken for Nico Brett's 9th goal of the year. And game on with 24 minutes left from BBVA Field tonight. Atlanta United 2 held on to the lead for a half hour, but a penalty kick draws us level.
Look at the shots now, Blake. Birmingham with 10 and Atlanta with 7. So now again out attacking Atlanta, and that possession is almost flattened out. Atlanta with 51, Birmingham with 49. We're right there even, and Birmingham starting to play right in to what they needed to do here in the second half. They adjusted perfectly, and here we are tied.
Great switch there from Lopez. Dean with J.J. Williams running into space again. Williams once again, the edge of the other area. Trying to cut it back, looking for space. Caleb Wiley up to the challenge once again.
Boy, Caleb Wiley ice in his veins at 16 years old, going against, you know, an MLS level player in J.J. Williams. You like to see that if you're Jack Collison going one-on-one against the big man.
There's Bradley Kempton-Feo booked for his shirt tug on J.J. Williams. Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm, and he is playing with a yellow card caution the rest of the way as Anderson Asiadu is brought down with a shove in the back. Free kick given.
Yeah, I think the referee has decided here that he is done with the chippy play. He's seen a little bit too much here in the second half, and John Maddow is not going to allow any more of that. So you may see another yellow card or two, especially if Birmingham ends up getting another goal, or vice versa, Atlanta goes ahead and it continues to be chippy. You'll see some more yellow cards in this one. These two teams just do not like each other very much. I think it really boils down to that.
Free kick brought to you by Birmingham Freightliner. Another set piece opportunity here for Legion FC with Ryan James and Mikey Lopez standing over it. Lopez with the delivery, headed away by Wiley, and a second time by Jope. Goodrum might have gotten away with a handball. Referee said nothing, but Legion win it back anyway.
He missed it, but he couldn't have seen it. It's one of those soccer situations where you have to go with your viewpoint on that call. Mayars can't call it from that far away either.
Lopez goes up to win it in the air. J.J. Williams tracks back to get a touch and keep possession. Great work by Williams. It's coming on. How about this footwork? Brett in. Brett goes down. Was he pushed? Referee says no with a hand wave. Waves off the PK. Shouts this time. Lopez. Still Lopez. Junior Flemings. Flemings! Welcome back to Birmingham, Junior Flemings. His first goal in Legion Black and Gold has Birmingham back in front.
Patience paid off on that one. It's kind of bit Birmingham a little bit on some of these attacks. But now Junior Flemings with a celebration of a lifetime here to take the lead against Atlanta. The rivals from 2 hours away, and he comes back from half a world away and puts one in the back of the net. Junior Flemings, what a way to get on the scoreboard here in Birmingham, young man.
One more look at it here. How about the composure for the Jamaican?
Absolutely stunner. I mean, if you're Rocco Rios Novo, you adjust. You've got to move over there. But to shoot it through such a tight lane like that, that's why he led the USL last season in goals. He's just gifted.
And how about this? The changes for head coach Tom Sohn pay off in short order. J.J. Williams and Junior Flemings, a double change come on. Williams wins the PK, which Birmingham equalizes from. Flemings puts Legion ahead, and this game has been turned on its head with less than 20 minutes to go.
That's why Birmingham is so hard to beat. When they've got all of their weapons, when they've got everyone on the lineup, they are hard to beat because you play so well against them for 60 minutes and all of a sudden.
Chance here, back post just wide. Oh, what an opportunity for Atlanta to equalize. The delivery from Wiley was excellent.
Goodness gracious. That was beautiful soccer right there. Just missed it. Whew. Van Oekel was there, but I'm not so sure he would have had it. That was a lovely cross, as you mentioned. Just could not finish it. Mertz on the shot, just could not get enough of it. Atlanta, nice rebound there, composed as well. I think Birmingham got a little too excited there for a moment.
Atlanta with a chance to push forward again. Stanley dispossessed by Anderson Asiadu. Kind of feels like this game has at least one more goal left in it. Neither side going to be content to stop at 2-1.
One thing we know is this: Birmingham will get the ball to J.J. Williams as it moves up the field.
That's the direction it goes. Williams once again wins the ball in the air. Kempton-Feo back to the feet of Rocco Rios Novo. And Atlanta, who led from the 35th minute to the 65th minute, now find themselves trailing. Can this young team that's fought so well tonight find an equalizer with 18+ minutes to go? They've got more changes on the way, and I think they're going to make them after the ball gets thrown back in. So another double change awaits the next stoppage of play. Lyndon Blake down below reporting Darwin Mateus is one of those changes for Atlanta United too. Looks like the other is going to be Brendan Lamb.
Recent signee Mateus, and then Lamb from the academy team, obviously.
Dean heads that one back towards the Atlanta United 2 half. Jobe's pass cut out by Kavita. Kavita pushing forward from his center back position, and it's a 5-on-5 break if Legion hurry. JJ Williams squeezes off a shot. Rios Novo doesn't allow a rebound.
One thing I'll say about JJ, he is not shy to create opportunities. He's going to get in there and he's going to be tactile if he needs to be. He's going to be physical if he needs to be. But one thing about it, he will create chances when he's got the ball inside the 18.
Now Atlanta with a chance to create an opportunity of their own. Here comes Wiley. Wiley with an overlapping run. Instead waits Van Oekel with an opportunity to parry it away.
McFadden got a lot of that one. Unfortunately, just put it right at Van Oekel. That's too easy for Matt Van Oekel. You're going to have to make him work a little harder than that. You know McFadden would love to have that back.
Aiden Mcfadden has already found the score sheet once tonight. Great opportunity to find it again, but as you said, right at the gloves of Matt Van Oekel, who makes his 42nd save of the year.
Well, I tell you, if you flipped on ESPN Plus or My 68 tonight and you were looking for offense, you have seen plenty of that. 3 goals, and between the two sides, we've got 19 shots, and we are in the 74th minute. I have a feeling we're going to see a few more.
Fleming's into the half space, opts to go out towards the flanks, and Dean. Both sides have played pretty free-flowing attacking soccer, and that's despite the surface that hasn't let them play as free-flowing as they would have liked at times tonight. Dean with the Seadoo providing the width this time. Seadoo's back post ball reaches only the head of Bryce Washington.
Yeah, the crowd's been pretty good tonight too, Blake, for it to have rained, you know, just an hour before the game. They really filed in here pretty nicely, and they've been loud too. It just, despite, like I said, the weather, they've still shown up in numbers.
Wiley, still Wiley, trying to hold off Van Kazeel. Van Kazeel got a foot in.
It's good soccer there for Van Kazeel, and then a Seadoo with the composure to make sure that Legion FC would get the clearance.
Crowley gives it away. McFadden brings it down. McFadden with a bit of space, opted to play the pass instead. Back at his feet, edge of the area against Kavita. McFadden with a shooting lane, it's blocked. Over the targets, but a corner coming for Atlanta United 2.
McFadden is just a dangerous player. I mean, he just commands so much presence out there. Kavita's on you, and he's still having a hard time. He's just so good with his feet. He's such a good shooter. He's such a great free kick taker. If he doesn't start getting some looks to be called up, I would be very surprised. He's just so good.
McFadden, like many of these Atlanta United 2 players wearing the efforts on their jerseys right now, they started white. They're far from that color as we play on into the night. Kavita heads it away from danger. Still work to be done though. Atlanta keep the big bodies forward as Allen goes to collect. Allen's service, a good one. Matt Van Oekel though, not troubled by the header from Bauer.
It's too easy again for Van Oekel.
And Birmingham can break in droves here. It's 3-on-1 if Flemings plays the early ball, but it's behind Nico Perez.
Yeah, and you can see it on Flemings right there. He is very upset with himself. You don't get that very often, but it's because Atlanta truly is playing very aggressive right now. They want that goal back, and they're going to do anything to have it. And as a result, Birmingham got a nice run.
Dean into space for Williams. He's not going to win the foot race against Camden Feo. Camden Feo plays it over the touchline. Fans of United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Before the play restarts, the double change will now occur for Atlanta United 2. Chris Allen comes off, Brendan Lamb replaces him. Darwin Mateus comes on as well. He will replace, I believe, Connor Stanley. So Legion have made 2 changes tonight with a 3rd coming. Atlanta have made 4. Dean holds off Mateus. His cross deflected off Williams. Now Atlanta with a chance to break. First touch for Lamb, the 16-year-old from Marietta. Played just 33 minutes on Wednesday against Tulsa. His leg should be fresh. And he connects with the other sub, Mateus, the Venezuelan. Wiley continues to provide width on this flank. Mateus trying to turn. Asiadu there to greet him and win it off him as well.
Welcome to the big leagues there, Mateus. Asiadu not going to let him through. That ball goes out.
Williams wanted to restart play quickly, but before he does, Birmingham has prepped a change of their own. And it's Zach Aravo, the Haitian international, back from Gold Cup duty, will come in. And he will replace Nico Brett. And Brett certainly is going to get a very big hand from the home supporters as he makes his way to the bench. So a defensive-minded change here for Birmingham. Striker off and a midfielder on. Zach Aravo leaves Williams and Flemings up top for Legion FC with less than a dozen minutes to go plus stoppage. Birmingham Legion in front, 2-1. Nico Brett from the spot in the 66th. Junior Flemings from the left wing in the 69th. Pair of Legion goals inside of 4 minutes. Flip this game on its head. And it's Legion in front, but Atlanta United too have had their dangerous attacking moments as Mateus is brought down from behind and is going to be a booking for Johnny Dean. He is shown yellow.
Lucky for Johnny Dean too, there were a couple Birmingham defenders that had gotten back, like Kavita and Cronali. So it wasn't truly a breakaway, but you know, you just can't come from behind that aggressively. And that's Mateus, obviously, now that's still down after that tackle from Dean.
Yellow card brought to you by Rubio Law Firm as Mateus receives medical attention. Fans, Birmingham Legion FC entrusts the care of its athletes to UAB's sports medicine team. You should as well. All of our doctors are fellowship trained and have extensive experience caring for patients of all ages. Whether you're a weekend warrior or competitive athlete, come see UAB Sports Medicine so we can help get you back to your active lifestyle.
It's funny, you know, Rocco Rios Novo came all the way up the field to talk to the 4th official. You don't see that very often, but he was, it looked like the discussion was that he felt like there was a clear path. I'm not sure from his vantage point he was able to tell that, but he was going to make sure that the 4th official knew he was in disagreement with it.
Rios Novo all the way out near the midway stripe is Abdullah Jope. Looks like he's going to be the man to take this free kick. Darwin Mateus back to his feet is close by as well. Kind of a tough angle here for both Jope and Mateus. Maybe a bit too far to shoot, but not a ton of angles here if you're going to deliver towards the back post. Not a bad delivery though in the end. Still loose in the area. Asiadu provides at least a bit of a clearance. Jope on the ground this time, only reaches the feet of Dean. And now, does Legion opt to attack quickly? The answer, of course, is yes. Lopez keeps it under control. And does he get pushed from behind? Yes, he does. Free kick to Legion after Bauer ran over Lopez.
Bauer was just out of control coming up the field, just trying to get back, honestly. And Lopez, kind of veteran play there, just kind of stops and drops that momentum so quickly. And Bauer's tired, obviously, so he's not going to be able to hit the brakes that quickly. And instead, hits Mikey Lopez in the back.
Off the restart, Washington sends it over the touchline. Throw in for Birmingham. Zach Aravo, the man closest to it. 82nd minute here at BBVA Field. It's been a good one tonight in the Central Division. Birmingham Legion leading it home for the moment. Lopez trying to keep it in play. James as well. Great work from both of them. Aravo back to the corner. He can turn goalwards this time. Aravo dancing. Still Aravo. Didn't love his options. Goes back towards James. Crognale. His pass cut out. Got it back though. Crognale dispossessed by Jope. Now Atlanta with a chance to break. Goodrum with Mateus running in front of him, but Dean's speed is able to cut out the attacking chance in the end. He keeps it in play, but maybe to his detriment. Mateus beat him there after he backheeled it back into the field of play. Mateus couldn't go through the legs of Dean. Did he want a corner? The answer is yes. The 5th of the night for Atlanta United 2.
They call him Johnny Hot Links. But boy, he has got some hot wheels because we've been playing for 84 minutes and he just put on the jets to get back and make a play. And again, the guy just does it all and then comes back and still stays on the ball. He is so impressive and it is really fun to watch him play soccer.
Corner taken short. Mertz with an overlap from McFadden. Does McFadden have a go? He goes towards the back post instead, and an intervention required from Alex Crognale to head it over the end line. Corner from the other flag coming.
You just never know how Aiden McFadden's going to try and attack you. Do I worry about him shooting? Do I worry about him crossing? Either way, I worry about him because he's just so dang good. And there he is again, making plays for Atlanta United too. I think we're going to see his name in lights in the future because he's just so good. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. He can do it all.
Corner from the other flag here in the 84th minute. Atlanta United 2 with everybody in the area with the exception of Abdoulaye Jope. Whipped in, still in the mixer. Goodrum trying to go down, referee having none of it. Matt Van Oekel with a nice save.
You know, Goodrum's going to try to make a case for himself there, but I don't think Lopez did anything at all. I think Goodrum was just trying to draw the foul, and rightfully so. At this juncture of a game, you love to do things like that.
James chips it into the corner. Aravo wins the foot race. Early ball cut out in the end by Mertz. Legion FC have prepped one more change. Eli Crognale waiting to check into this contest. How long will he have to wait for the next dead ball situation as Atlanta pushes forward again? Wiley with Mateus running into space. Goodrum tried to turn. Aravo didn't deal with it convincingly. James does. Siadou turns. Jope takes it off him, but a whistle and a foul brings it back. Free kick to Legion. And now Legion FC are going to have a chance to make that change as Anderson Siadou remains down and the referee's going to his pocketbook.
So I think the card was
for the tug.
Yeah, the initial.
We'll get one more look at it here as Anderson Siadou is slow to his feet. Yeah, for that challenge there before Jope's challenge.
Yeah, exactly. Because that tackle was nothing but I'm going to try and take you down on this run out.
So is Siadou slow to his feet, but he is to his feet. He's the man who's going to come off, it looks like. As both sides opt to make a change here. Eli Crognale comes on. Anderson Siadou will come off. He'll get a warm ovation from the home crowd. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, Alex Garuba has made his way on. I believe it was Bradley Kempton-Feo who came off.
Yeah, that looks right to me as well. Garuba, one of those recent signees back in April from Atlanta as well.
Former Oakland Roots man on to try to provide one more midfielder in the attack here for Atlanta late. All the way back to Rios Novo. Fans, don't forget, starting next spring, the USLW League, providing increased equity opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in soccer both on and off the pitch is coming. Comprised of clubs from across the Championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, the W League is set to begin play in more than 30 communities across the U.S. Head over to USLWleague.com to learn more.
Speaking of good news for the USL, Atlanta United 2 decided they will play the 2022 season as part of the USL Championship once again. So keeping this Central Division nice and strong for next year as well, and keeping rivalries like this one.
Less than 200 miles separate Atlanta United 2 and Birmingham Legion FC. Playing tonight, they'll play again here on this surface on Wednesday. Still work to be done in this contest though. 88th minute, Atlanta United 2 probing, trying to find an equalizer. Garuba's cross cut out by Kavita. Can Birmingham see out yet another 3-point performance against ATL? Or does Atlanta United 2 have some magic left in them late?
If they do, it's going to have to involve Aiden Mcfadden. I don't think there's any doubt he has to be part of the play in order to create scoring chances for Atlanta.
Bauer, Garuba, Van Kaziel with the clearance, Eli Cronali with a second. J.J. Williams with a header to free Junior Flemings, who's sprinting the other direction. Flemings with an early pass. Williams on it. Williams high and wide.
Lovely soccer there between Flemings and J.J. You know, both working so hard to just get down the field, but unable to finish it.
They're really the only two in attack left here for Legion.
Job just did a nice job getting back and making a play, because Rios Novo was on an island, as he has been for most of the last 10 or 15 minutes.
Mateus over the top. Garuba trying to run onto it. Can he get around Kavita? Not quite, but he does win an Atlanta corner. As we get one more look at the scoring chance here for Williams.
That's as good as it gets there, and Job doing just enough to force Williams to have to play it on the left foot. And then he took the shot with the right because he just didn't have time to really get that left foot back in front of himself. Good job by Job to at least keep this a one-goal game.
McFadden with the in-swinger to the back post. Bauer got ahead to it, but couldn't redirect it on frame.
Nice take by Bauer just to get that all the way to the back post where Bauer was waiting for it. It's exactly what he was looking for, and it's what he got. Bauer just couldn't finish it. And now, of course, Van Oekel gonna slow it down just a little bit.
Fans, don't forget Legion FC, a quick turnaround this week back at BBVA Field for another home game against Atlanta on Wednesday, August 4th, 7 o'clock Central Time starts. Join us downtown for $1 hot dogs, $2 beers, and a post-game fireworks show. Get your tickets tonight at bhmlegion.com/tickets, bhmlegion.com/tickets. Word from Lyndon Blake down below is a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time is coming, brought to you by UAB Medicine. Flemings trying to chase it down, does. Cuts it back inside against Wiley. Williams, edge of the area. Williams dancing, left-footed shot blocked away. When will we see Legion perhaps opting to go to the corner flag, perhaps, instead of Gold? And it is confirmed from Kendall McCardell, our fourth official down below. 3 minutes of added time left. Goodrum looking over the top. Cronali tried to shield McFadden away. He doesn't like the call, but he's going to be booked. A yellow card caution shown to Alex Cronali.
I actually don't think he would have gotten booked, except his reaction prompted the card. You cannot do that. You can commit a foul like that, but you cannot react like that. You can't do that if you're Alex Cronali. You know you can't yell at the referee, and that's not smart for him to get that yellow card.
So Cronali is booked. The second half has seen its fair share of bookings. Lopez, Dean, and now Cronali all booked for Legion FC. Camden Feo, Mertz, and Johnny Fortune all booked for Atlanta United too. All 6 of those yellow card cautions coming in the second half alone. Dangerous opportunity here for Atlanta in the closing moments of the contest. Aiden McFadden, Darwin Mateus, closer to shooting range this time around.
If you're Jack Collison, you know.
Mateus to the back post. Still loose. Cronali, last-ditch defending. Sends it towards the touchline. Throw in for Atlanta. Everybody forward with the exception of the goalkeeper, Rios Novo.
Wouldn't be shocked if we see him forward in a moment as well.
Thought he might come forward there. Opted not to, but we'll see if that changes here shortly. McFadden, back post. Collision. James got it away, and now a stoppage as Van Oekel is down, and an Atlanta United 2 players down as well. That looked to be dangerous.
It was, and that's the right thing to do there if you're the head official. It's actually in the rule book. Anytime you see head contact, you stop play, and you have to do the concussion protocol here to make sure that everybody's okay. So we'll have to take a few moments, obviously, and I'm glad that John Maddow did that, because sometimes these guys are, you know, a lot bigger and stronger than we realize watching on TV, and they go hit each other head first. They're not wearing protective gear. This isn't, you know, American football where you're at least wearing a helmet and some pads. These guys have shin guards on their legs, so their heads are very exposed. And I mean, Matt Van Oekel's not a small man, and running into him, probably not very fun, as you'll get one more look at it off the cross from McFadden.
Looked like Alex Garuba there, who got the worst end of it.
Yeah, a lot of shoulder right there from Matt Van Oekel, leaned right into Garuba. Certainly, it's one of those jarring hits. You know, maybe not direct contact to the head, but it's one of those things where you never know. We'll get one more. Maybe get one more look at it, but you just never know. When you take a jarring hit like that, what is it going to do? So they have to do the concussion protocol, and it looks like he's even got a cut there. Garuba does, just above his eyes. You'll get one more look at it here. May get to see it from behind the net again. There it is on the freeze frame. Just a shoulder from Van Oekel, really. It wasn't head-to-head contact per se, but again, as part of that protocol to make sure everybody's okay, you've got to stop, and you got to take the time to make sure everybody's all right.
So both guys looks like are going to get wrapped up here. Garuba's up to his feet, looks okay. Van Oekel as well.
Yeah, mostly contact in the shoulder area there.
Definitely Kavita's shoulder got in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Kavita looked to be the one that was the most okay out of that, but Van Oekel getting taped up. He still remains down near the mouth of goal.
Yeah.
Garuba looks to be okay. A good sign for the 24-year-old and former member of the Oakland Roots.
It's a scary moment right there, really, for both sides. Just these guys having to take hits like that. I mean, Matt Van Oekel obviously missed the last match. Spangenberg had to step up, and now out here putting his body on the line again. I mean, that was a full speed piece of contact there between him and Garuba.
As if the yellow blonde mullets wasn't the look enough, Van Oekel adds to the look now with the tape around the dome.
I almost think that should be his full-time look.
95th minute, but of course we had quite a bit of stoppage there, so we'll see how much longer the referee lets this contest go as Matt Van Oekel gets ready to send this away. Good sign, both players back in action and ready to try to finish off this contest. It's been an exciting one in Birmingham tonight. Does this game have a scoring opportunity left in it for Atlanta United too?
Really just a testament to how bad both of these teams want it.
James all by himself at the back post, but he got up to win the ball. That was crucial. Garuba making the run, a good one. Garuba's cross blocked away by Van Kazeel. Lopez clears it away. How much time does Atlanta have left to try to find an equalizer? Wiley out wide for Goodrum. Lovely touch there. Wiley's free. He takes a shot. It whistles wide. The rebound is in. Atlanta have an equalizer. Darwin Mateus in stoppage time. We're tied at 2.
Wow. And I think that deflected off of Hera, though. I think may have been Ryan James. It was Ryan James that it deflected off of. Just an unfortunate bounce there. And it lays it right inside the box. I mean, it couldn't have been more of a dime there, and Ryan James just couldn't get out of the way. So we'll get one more look at it here. I mean, obviously the cross is everything on that play. Then the finish, no doubt about that one. Mateus coming in off the bench and getting his team that tying goal. What a strike right there. But again, the cross, everything, and then just unfortunate for Ryan James. Just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Otherwise, that one rolls right out of bounds.
There's the full-time whistle at BBVA Field, and in the dying moments, Atlanta United 2 find an equalizer and salvage their first ever points in a match against Birmingham Legion FC. 2-2 our final.
Well, and you can hear the fans are a little upset. You hear the sidelines a little upset. I think they felt like during that concussion check, there should have been a little more time added. I know the original stoppage was 3. We ended up playing about 6, but still, it did feel like it might have been a little short. But honestly, I think the referee was tired of all the physical play, and it was just smarter to end it in the essence of safety, honestly.
2-2 our final tonight. We'll take a timeout and wrap up this contest when we return.
Your bank for today, your bank for tomorrow. BBVA is your bank for life's opportunities, with an app that makes banking easy and service that makes it personal. For your next opportunity, BBVA is your bank.
At Red Diamond, we've spent 112 years searching the world for the perfect beans. Your search will be considerably shorter. Red Diamond. Expect perfection. Available at a grocer near you. When your taste buds demand greatness, nothing compares to Red Diamond coffee. Unless, of course, it's Red Diamond tea. No shortcuts, no skimping. Perfect's not easy. Red Diamond. Available at a grocer near you.
Your bank for then, your bank for now. BBVA is your bank for getting back to work, with more than $3.6 billion in small business loans and an award-winning app. For helping your business move forward, BBVA is your bank.
Welcome back to a beautiful Birmingham, Alabama tonight. What a contest we saw here at BBVA Field. 2-2 our final score between Birmingham Legion FC and Atlanta United 2. Lyndon Blake, Dustin Wellborn, I'm Blake Gardner. Quality performances for both sides at time tonight. And Dustin, let's get a look at our play of the game, brought to you by Fruitables. And it was this lovely goal from Junior Flemings that at the time gave Birmingham the lead.
It was a huge pivotal moment in the game, and honestly just gave Birmingham, a ton of momentum, and then they ended up trying to sit back and obviously maintain that lead, and did so for 95 minutes. And just at the end there, gave it up to end up getting away with only 1 point here, but a lovely touch from Junior Flemings that resulted in the goal and gets his first playing for Birmingham.
That's your Fruitables play of the game. Time to look at our final match stats tonight. And it was a busy 90 minutes for both sides. Both sides played plenty of attacking soccer. Start of that second half, Dustin, was all Birmingham, and in the end they paid it off with not 1 but 2 goals. But both sides had a bevy of opportunities tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, great substitutions obviously from Tom Sohn with JJ and Flemings coming off the bench. You like to see maybe them start on Wednesday and maybe create that offense earlier and change the shape of the game. So anyways, a great job by Sohn there to get them in, and then Atlanta just never quitting.
Down below, Lyndon Blake is standing by with Atlanta United 2 head coach Jack Collison. Lyndon?
Coach, a dramatic ending right there to that match. How did your team get it done in the end?
I mean, first half was 50-50. It's difficult circumstances. The pitch obviously very sticky, so it wasn't a picture-perfect performance. But I mean, what it shows is guts, character, and I mean, second half, Birmingham were phenomenal. Their attacking players are great, and we just had to dig in and wait for that one moment, and thankfully it came.
And you have a very young team, so how does a team that young stay composed in those situations when the Legion come out and get 2 goals like that?
It's great. When you talk about character building, a tough crowd here, referees making some interesting decisions, it's a great test for them, so they really have to dig in, show that composure, because ultimately they're here to develop, and hopefully we'll see a couple of the young ones keep pushing on, and it's a massive point for us as a group tonight.
So you're back here Wednesday in front of this tough crowd. How long do you celebrate this one before you start preparing for the next?
Yeah, no, look, I think it's one of them. We're really pleased with the circumstances, with the point. Back to the drawing board, hard work tomorrow, hard work Tuesday, and we know we've got a difficult game. It's just, you see the 2 subs they've got coming on. They're an unbelievable team, so we'll be ready.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
No doubt Jack Collison pleased with Atlanta United 2's effort tonight, and he should be. His team attacked at times tonight. Aiden Mcfadden got forward. Darwin Mateus was a change that he made off the bench. He's the man that ends up finding the equalizer. One of the 16 shots that Atlanta United 2 had tonight.
Brilliant coaching from Jack Collison tonight. The game plan ended up paying off. They did lead in possession, as you see on your screen there, 52-48, just barely knotting Birmingham in that category. Shots on target ultimately was huge because, of course, they were able to knot it up there towards the end, and pretty even in shots at 14-16. I do think the fouls and the cards played a big role in this game, kind of changed the mental asset of it a little bit, and also, as he mentioned, the pitch itself changed the game a lot. And, you know, hopefully on Wednesday the weather's a little drier leading into the match, and we can kind of see a true show out here between these two teams, and the fact we get to watch this again, it's going to be equally as exciting.
Yeah, no doubt. We've talked about it all night, but this is the first of 2 matchups. These 2 teams back at it again on Wednesday as Atlanta United 2 gets Birmingham before heading back home. But it is a tough stretch here for Atlanta United 2. The schedule compacts. This was their first contest in a stretch of 5 games in 15 days. Atlanta United 2 is going to have plenty of opportunities to make up some ground and continue to push for that 4th playoff spot.
And some tough ones right there. The 2 that I'm looking at that are the toughest, Indy 11, obviously right after having to play Birmingham twice, and then OKC Energy, that's not a gimme either. Sporting KC, I think they've got a good shot there, and then against Pittsburgh, those guys are really good as well. Of course, a different division, but still tough road ahead, but to get some points back would be amazing, and I feel good about Jack Collison and where he's heading.
Meanwhile, for Birmingham Legion, tonight was the first of 4 games in 15 days for them. They get Atlanta on Wednesday, of course, before going to Oklahoma and trying to do damage on the team below them, FC Tulsa.
That's going to be a tough road trip after playing really hard against Atlanta twice. I mean, you saw the effort tonight, and you know they're going to go just as hard on Wednesday to try to go ahead and get all 3 points because, you know, they're terribly upset about what just happened. And then the Sporting KC game, again, I feel like they'll handle that. At Memphis, they should handle that, but we saw Memphis come to Birmingham and beat them earlier in the season, and then, of course, FC Tulsa at home right after that, so they should know them pretty well by that point in the season.
For both teams, it's a busy August coming up, but to close out July, Atlanta United 2 get a much-needed point on the road at BBVA Field tonight. That'll do it for our coverage of this edition of Atlanta United 2 against Birmingham Legion FC. For Lyndon Blake, Dustin Wellborn, and our entire crew, so long for now. We'll talk to you on Wednesday night for part 2 between Atlanta United 2 and Birmingham Legion FC. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.